Good evening, students. In previous class, we discussed about four periodic properties: atomic radius, valency, electropositivity, and electronegativity. Now, four more left. Those are ionization energy, electron affinity, screening effect or shielding effect, and nuclear charge. Like that, four more properties are left. Now we will discuss about one by one. First one is ionization energy. Short form is IE. What is ionization energy? The minimum amount of energy is required to remove electron from the valence shell. Minimum amount of energy is needed to remove electron from the valence shell. For example, the chalk piece is there, it is on my hand. Now I am going to remove the chalk piece. So here I have to use some amount of energy here. So by using some energy, I lifted the chalk piece and I removed it. As the same, here also same thing. Here we need some energy to remove electron from the valence shell. So here, what is the definition of ionization energy? The minimum amount of energy. The minimum amount of energy is required to remove electron from the valence shell. Is called ionization energy. Now, for example, if we take a sodium, atomic number 11, electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. So here K shell, L shell, M shell. Now I am going to remove this one electron from the valence shell. So here I am removing one electron. So this is known as first ionization energy. The minimum amount of energy required to remove only one electron from the valence shell is known as first ionization energy. So this is first ionization energy indicated by IE1. Next, take magnesium 12, configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2. Now from the magnesium I am going to remove two electrons. So here I am removing two electrons means here this is known as second ionization energy. So this is known as second ionization energy indicated by IE2. Now third example, take aluminum 13, electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p1. So here I am removing three electrons from the valence shell. So this is called third ionization energy. Third ionization energy indicated by IE3. Now, in what case we used more amount of energy? In which case we used more amount of energy? Here, for example, for lifting 5 kgs, it is easy one. Lifting 10 kgs, somewhat energy is needed, more energy is needed. Lifting 15 kgs, more and more energy is needed. Here also same thing. Removing one electron means less energy is required. Removing two electrons means somewhat more energy. Removing three electrons means more and more energy is required. So here what did you observe? IE1, IE2, IE3. In which case we use more energy? In IE3 we use more energy. So the relation between IE1, IE2, IE3 is IE1 is less than IE2 is less than IE3. This is the relation between IE1 to 3. Now, how it varies in groups and periods we will discuss now. I hope you understand everybody. Now, how it varies in groups and periods. So, for example, In groups I am taking groups: hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium. Now 1s1 hydrogen, lithium 1s2 2s1, sodium 1s2 2s2 2p6 3s1, potassium 1s2 3s2 2p6 3s2 3p6 4s1. Now here you are removing one electron, here also removing one electron, here also removing one electron. In this case also we are removing only one electron. But what we have noticed here, top to bottom how it varying, ionization energy increasing or decreasing. Top to bottom, as we discussed in the electropositivity, top to bottom electropositivity will be increased. So top to bottom electrons will be lost easily. So top to bottom electropositivity is increasing, then ionization energy will be decreased. Removing hydrogen's valence electron is somewhat hard because of it is near to the nucleus. Next, lithium is there. It is far away from the nucleus, attraction decreases. Here somewhat easy. In sodium, very easy. In potassium, dead easy. At last, cesium is there. Cesium having one electron. For removing this electron, it is very easy. So top to bottom, ionization energy is decreasing. Ionization energy is decreasing. So you have to write like that. Top to bottom ionization energy will be decrease because of electropositivity is increase. Next, in period, it is information regarding the group. Now periods. Now periods. I am taking lithium, beryllium, boron, second period. Carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. Here, lithium losing 1 electron, beryllium losing 2 electrons, boron losing 3 electrons, carbon 4. So, number of electrons are increasing. So, ionization energy is increases. Ionization energy is increases. Simply we can understand by seeing the previous topics. So, this is about ionization energy. Next, electron affinity. Next, electron affinity. Short form is EA. Electron affinity or electron gain enthalpy. Electron affinity or electron gain enthalpy. Now, what is the definition of electron affinity? This is related to the electronegativity topic. Electronegativity topic. Here, what is the meaning of this electron affinity means? The energy releases when an electron added to the valence shell, then that is known as electron affinity or electron gain enthalpy. Electron affinity or electron gain enthalpy. Now, listen all of you. For example, take fluorine, 9 atomic number, electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p5, 2s2, 2p5, 7 electrons are there, s orbital 2 electrons, p orbital 5 electrons. Now, for getting optimum electronic configuration, fluorines need 1 electron. So that 1 electron is going to add here. At that time, some amount of energy will be releases. That released energy is known as electron affinity. Ionization energy means required energy. Electron affinity means released energy. Don't get confused the energies in this. So next, how it varies in groups and periods we will discuss. In a period, in periods we discuss first. Take lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. It is second period. Now lithium losing 1, beryllium losing 2, boron 3, carbon 4. Nitrogen gains 3 electrons, oxygen gains 2 electrons, fluorine gains 1 electron, neon 0. Here it is losing. Plus 4 or minus 4 will be there for carbon. Now, which atom is gaining less electrons, that having more electron negative? So here this electron affinity is more for the element which is gaining least number of electrons. Now we can say that fluorine is there already. We discussed in the previous chapters, previous topics. Fluorine is highest electronegative element. So we are moving towards the fluorine. So electron affinity will be increases. Electron affinity will be increases. This is what how electron affinity varies in periods. Now groups. In group, I am taking 7th A group. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine there. Fluorine 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. Chlorine 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. Bromine valence shell will get 4s2, 4p5. Iodine will get 5s2, 5p5. Now, in this some difference also there. Some deviation also there here. Actually, top to bottom electron negativity decreases. Top to bottom electron negativity decreases. But what about electron affinity? Electron affinity, actually fluorine is highest electron negative element. It should have more electron affinity property. But here one condition is there. That condition, the element being as a highest electron affinity, it should have more electron negative property as well as more space in their valence shell. More space should be there. Space should be to release more amount of energy. So here fluorine valence shell 2s2 2p5 only there. 2s2 2p5. Chlorine 3s2 3p5. Chlorine 3s2 3p5. In the main shell, in M shell 3s 3p 3d. Some shells also there. Already we discussed. So here 3s2 3p5. Next what is there? 3d0 will be there. 3d0 also there. Now 3s2 3p5 3d will be 0. Now chlorine 3s2 3p5 1 2 3 4 5. Here condition number 1, the element is being as a highest electron affinity. The element should be have more space in the orbitals as well as it should be have highest electron negativity. Now here in fluorine there is no space to release energy. So it is not a highest electron affinity element. After that chlorine is there. Chlorine is a second highest electron negative element and it is having more space in their orbitals. Then after 3d will be 0. Here the electron is going to add in the 3p orbital. At that time more amount of energy will be released. More amount of energy will be released. So top to bottom actually electron affinity will be decreases. But in this fluorine chlorine, some different methods will be followed due to the conditions. Due to the conditions, fluorine chlorine. Actually, fluorine should be have highest electron affinity, but there is no space in their orbitals. After that, chlorine is there. Chlorine having highest space, more space there, and highest, second highest electronegative element. That's why chlorine is the highest electron affinity element. So top to bottom electron affinity will be decreases. This is about electron affinity. Next, third property. Shielding effect. Shielding effect or screening effect or screening effect. What is shielding effect or screening effect? When nucleus attracts the valence electrons, at that time the inner shells electrons or inner shells will be stop the attraction between nucleus and valence shell. Note this point, everybody. Try to understand. When, for example, take magnesium, 12 atomic number, conference 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2. Okay. Now it is a K shell, L shell, M shell. L shell, it is M shell. Here nucleus will be there. K contains 2 electrons, M contains, L contains 8 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now M contains 2 electrons. Now when this nucleus attracts the valence electrons, at that time these inner shells try to reduce the attraction between nucleus and valence shell. This is what shielding effect. Here these inner shells are acts as screens. That's why this effect is known as screening effect. So this is what shielding effect, simple thing. And the definition is when the nucleus attracts valence shell, valence electrons, then the inner shells tries to reduce the attraction between nucleus and valence shell. This effect is known as shielding effect or screening effect. I hope you understand everyone. At last we have small definition, that is nuclear charge. Nuclear charge is indicated by Z star. Simple definition: the net positive charge of the nucleus is known as nuclear charge. The net positive charge of the nucleus. The net positive charge of the nucleus. Is known as nuclear charge. In this we have some topics are there that we will discuss later, but those are the what I explained now. all topics and all definitions are important in competitive exams like CMO, ICO and IIT, NTSC also. So like this we have to learn and we have to contact our video, so then you can get the knowledge easily. Then if you have any doubts, you can ping a message in the WhatsApp. So thank you friends.